boys and girls. It's an awesome, beautiful day, and I am here to tell you one of my favorite Bible stories. Well, in the beginning, there was nothing. Well, we don't want to end there. That would be the end of a very short story. But we also have been talking about or thinking about museums. And a museum is a building that is set up to tell you and teach you about things. So our VBS this week is about Creation Museum. And so creation and the book from the book of Genesis is where everything started. So God was the creator of everything. And he still is creating things each and every day. New life. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the heavens there was no form. There was nothing there. So God said, let there be light. And you know what I think when I hear that? I think it was a booming voice of God. But so full of love, because he was creating the world for us. So that was the first day, and God called it day, and he called the darkness night. And then God said, let there be space between the sky and the earth. And he called the space sky. Okay? So here's our little picture of the waters. He separated the waters, and we ended up with sky and water. All right? Then God realized, you know what? We need some more stuff created. So on the third day, God created the land. And on the land, he put plants, trees, flowers, those are my favorites, and everything that was growing. And you know what? It grew beautifully. I don't think there were any weeds in this garden. We call this the Garden of Eden. Okay, and everything was beautiful. That was the third day. Then on the fourth day, God said, we need some more light. We need some specific lights. So we need a light to govern the day, and we call that the sun, and a light to govern the night, and that is the moon. And then God said, let there be stars. And I imagine there was a starburst of stars, millions and millions of stars. So many we can't even see them. But if you go out at night when it's really dark and there's no street lights on, you can see so many stars that you can't count them. But these are all things that God created for us to enjoy. Just beautiful. And then God said, on the fifth day, he said, let me make animals to fill the earth, all kinds of animals, and fish in the oceans, and birds in the sky. Now, when I think of the animals, the birds, and the fish, I am amazed at the beauty that God has created. And so I'm sure you are too. So what are some of your favorite animals? I see a dolphin in this picture. I love to watch dolphins jump and make funny noises like they're clicking and talking to each other, but they're really beautiful. And then of course there's amazing birds that just you can sit for hours and watch. That was day 5. Then on day 6, oh boy, God said, let the land produce many living creatures. So many creatures were created, and the most special creature of all was man. God created man. He named him Adam. And we are from the family of Adam. And then he also created Eve to be Adam's helper, to be his wife. So we have Adam and Eve, the first man and woman that God created. God did this for us. You know what? It is amazing when we stop and think about it, that God did all this for us to show us that he loves us. what he has given us is the world and all the beauty that surrounds it. Okay? So when we think of our world, many things are strange right now, but you know what? Our world is a beautiful place. And God has given us so many things to communicate his love to us. So, and then on the seventh day, God rested. And that's an amazing story. But you know what? When we think of a museum, we think of the many things that are in a museum and that teach us things. So, I wanted to tell you that there is a museum called the Museum of the Bible, which is in Washington, D.C. So if you ever get to go there with your family, try to go and see the stories of the Bible that are set up in this huge museum. Then there's another place in Kentucky that's called the Creation Museum. And it has a full-size model of the Ark from Noah's Ark story. And you know what? I think all of us could learn so much if when we go to these museums that we look and listen and then realize that all of these things that God created were to communicate his love to us because he loves us so very, very much. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.